Let's go ahead and get started. Thank you all for joining us. My name is Richard Fortin. I'm with the Carter University team, and for this week's episode of Shop Talks, we're going to be talking about the CAT Inspect app. We are joined by Afton Balzer, and she is our expert that is going to show us all about the CAT Inspect app and all the cool features and how that system works. Continuing on, let's talk about some of the benefits of using the CAT Inspect app. The CAT Inspect app, before we get too involved with what Afton's going to show us and how it works and how it runs, the benefits certainly outweigh the costs in this scenario because it's a free application. It doesn't cost you anything to download it and use it. But the benefits, digital inspections are going to provide real-time information for review and retention for sure. Let's say you're responsible for a group of equipment and you have some operators that you want to see what they're doing as far as their daily inspections to monitor the machines from a distance. You can do that. So your operators go in, use the Caterpillar Inspect app, and you can see it right then and there. As soon as they hit the button to say they're complete with the inspection, you have a copy of it, and you know if there's something that seriously needs to be addressed or something that maybe needs to be addressed next time it's in the shop for something. The Caterpillar Inspect app has been optimized for mixed fleets, so you can use non-CAT assets in there as well as Caterpillar assets. And that's kind of a function of it. It doesn't necessarily have to be CAT, and you can use the inspection and have all your inspections in one database, and that's the idea behind it. There's different classifications for actionable items, so there's a red, yellow, and a green. So it allows you to go through there quickly. You can spot the reds and the yellows and go from there. And Afton will show us a little bit about that. It allows us to prioritize a repair budget. So, you know, we all have budgets that we have to look at, and sometimes there's things that we can't fix immediately that maybe don't need to be fixed immediately, and then sometimes there's things that have to be fixed right away. And so the CAT Inspect app, by having someone classify how that item or how that machine is doing by using the red, green, and yellow, it'll tell us if there's something that needs to be fixed immediately. We can assign inspections and review the results of those inspections from different employees. And then lastly, it's integrated with other systems like my.cat.com and VisionLink. So maybe you're using my.cat.com to view your oil sample results. Well, your inspection results are also in my.cat.com, as well as through the CAT Inspect website. So those are some of the benefits. I'm sure there's many more that we haven't mentioned on this page. But now I'm going to toss it over to Afton, and she'll show us more about the CAT Inspect app. So again, thank you for joining us, and I'll be monitoring the chat if you need anything.
So I'm going to go through a couple of different things today. First, I'm going to go through the CAT Inspect mobile application, and then I'm also going to review the CAT Inspect web portal, which is a web-based application that you can view all your inspections in. But the first things first, we'll go through the Inspect app. So as Richard mentioned, it is a complimentary digital application that's available for download in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. So it's compatible with both Apple and Android products and any other smart device that you have. So it will work on tablets or iPads or smartphones. I am actually utilizing an iPad here, so this is a view that you're seeing currently. Once it's downloaded and it's showing up on your home page, you can go ahead and click into that app. This is the first page that you're going to see. In order to sign into the app, you're going to use your CWS ID and password. If you don't already have one or you don't know what I'm referring to, you can create an account through here, or you could also go through my.cat.com, but right now I'm going to show you how to go straight from here. So you're going to click down below on the Create Account. It's going to redirect you over to a page where it's going to ask you to agree to some terms and conditions and then enter your information. So you can create your username, put in your first and last name, and then also your company's information. The great part about this is that I will actually receive this registration and I can connect you to your company's information or your UCID on the back end, so you'll be able to see all of your fleet's information. So just wanted to mention that before we get into it. And I'm going to sign in using this demo account so I can show you all of the features that this app has to offer. Okay. So once you log in, it's because you are connected to your UCID in the background for your company. It's going to show you this fleet view. This is the default view that it will take you to. This is actually, if you are not already familiar with CAT Inspect or you have used it in the past, this is a fairly new feature that they've implemented here in the last couple of months, where it is showing all of your fleet. So it makes performing and accessing inspections a lot easier. Quickly, I'm going to go through the bottom tabs here just to kind of familiarize everybody with them. This second tab here, the inspection tab, is going to give you the three options there at the top that you see, the in progress, assigned, and submitted. So in progress, meaning the ones that you're currently working on or that have been opened that are not completed. The assigned, and I just clicked right into that, these are the ones that are assigned to you that have either been assigned by an administrator or someone on your account, or you've started them and you haven't quite finished them, but they're still in your queue. The submitted tab, these are the ones that you have submitted on your device. So it's kind of like a running history as well. You can create inspections from here, but I'll show you this in just a couple minutes. So you'll see the ones that I did yesterday and the two from the previous sessions this morning are already in here. If you click on the favorites down at the bottom, this here is just a list of the favorites. Now, I don't have any for this demo account. However, if you are to favorite a form that you utilize quite frequently, then it will show here in the favorites, and you don't have to be connected to Wi-Fi to access them. So I know that that's a really big thing when you're in the field and you don't have access to internet. You can still perform the inspections, and once you get connected back to the internet, you can submit them. If you click on the history here, this is just also a running list of the inspections that you've performed within the app, and you can delete these as you go along as well if you don't want to see this running tab. So I'm going to go back over to the fleet view. I just clicked on that little dozer icon there. And again, it's going to pull up the entire fleet. If your machines are connected with a telematics device, you can tell by the little yellow button over here to the left below the star. That's just telling you that this machine is connected. I'm going to click into this skid steer here and show you what the individual view looks like. There we go. So as you see here, there's a couple of different things going on. You have the map here at the top, which all I'm doing is touching the screen and dragging it with my finger so you can see exactly where that machine is located on the map. You also have the machine location, the specific address, the hours, and the last report time and date for that machine. So that's just telling me that this machine reported at 12:43 a.m. and it gave me that location, the last known location of that machine. Kind of going top to bottom here. The Start Daily Inspection, that is the default inspection that every one of your machines is going to go to. You can change that, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. You also have your form search. This is where you can search for different forms, different inspections you'd like to perform, and you can also assign inspections straight from there, kind of like I was mentioning earlier with that Assign tab. And then you have the SOS inspections, inspection history, and view detailed telematics. So there's multiple different types of inspections you can do within CAT Inspect. It's not just equipment inspections. You can also do site inspections like contamination control, some job site safety ones, and you can also do SOS and fluid sampling inspections right from this app as well. So just to start to show you how to change your default if you'd like. So if I didn't want to make the daily inspection my default for this machine, maybe I want to change it to a TA1 or something different, all I have to do is click on this little gear below the Start Daily Inspection. As you see here at the top, it's going to say Custom Forms Only. If you were to toggle this, this is just going to show you all of the custom forms that you have created for your organization. So this is specific to you and your company. So you will not see any of the canned reports that Caterpillar has out there. And that comes into play here in a couple minutes. I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to uncheck that so we can see everything. And I'm just going to search by family for this one. So because it is a skid steer, I'm going to come down here and select skid steer loader. And once I do that, it's going to pull in the inspections associated with the machine. So if I were to click on TA1, this is what I was referring to. So you'll see sometimes in a different language, or you'll see Spanish, like it says here in parentheses. This is just because globally, it's pulling in all of the inspections that are out there for CAT. So just keep that in mind. But you can select the TA Loader 1. So since I have select that, it's going to make it my default now. So if I wanted to revert back to the original daily inspection default, all I have to do is select Reset to Default. So for form search, I'll click on that. Kind of the same thing. If you notice, it's very consistent across the entire platform. Just mitigate confusion on this. I'm going to click on, again, select family, but this time, just to change it up, I'm going to select backhoe loader. So once I do that again, it's going to pull in all of the forms that are associated with that family. So I clicked on daily. If I were to click on that inspection, it would actually take me straight to the inspection, and I could start performing that step by step. To show you exactly what an inspection looks like, I'm going to go ahead and do the daily inspection. So I just clicked on Start Daily Inspection. Can you guys still see my screen? Looks like it was frozen there for a second. Okay. Because, again, your fleet is already preloaded into the system, once I click on Customer and Asset Information, it's going to bring in all of the asset information already. So it's going to show you the service meter reading. Because that machine is connected, it's pulling right off that box, so you don't have to enter anything. It's pulling all the information straight from the database. You don't have to enter any of that either. For customer information, this is not required. Anything that is required, you will see an asterisk by it. This is not required, but you can enter this information here as well. So if you want to put your company name here, or if you're inspecting for someone else or a contractor or anybody, you can enter that information manually, or you can click on this little icon over here to the right and bring up your contact list. And as soon as you clicked on that, it would autofill the information for that customer list. So down here for additional emails, if you'd like someone to receive the inspection, this daily inspection that you're about to perform, or any of the inspections really, you can add an email. You can also make this a default, which I will take us through in just a couple minutes to show you how to do that. So you have to enter it every single time. But you can add multiple here as well. The general info comment section, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So I usually tell folks to go back and do this at the end, just because it's a general summary of how you thought the inspection was, or how you think the machine is doing, or the state of the machine, or the job site you're inspecting, or whatever the case is. So if you select anything other than normal, it's going to ask you to either add a comment or a picture. So you can do both straight from the app. So just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to put monitor. So I'm just going to add a comment here, and you can also add a photo, which I'll show you in just a couple minutes, or videos. I'm just going to go ahead and click next. Okay, so because I clicked next on the general information fields, it's going to take me out to the actual walk-around inspection. This one is just 5 questions, so it's great for demonstrations. But for this first one, you read through the question, perform whatever it's asking, and then you give it your rating. So I'm going to say that all the fluid levels were normal on this machine. For the signs of leaks around the machine, I'm going to say monitor. Now, because I selected monitor, it's making me put in a comment or a photo or a video. For this one, let's add a photo. We're going to take a picture of my Purell. So once I've taken that picture, it's going to load it in this field below. You can take up to 10 photos on one question. So you definitely can get a nice look at whatever it is that you are inspecting. I'm going to click next. So it's not going to take me back to the main list. It's going to take me right to the next question. I'm going to say the headlights look normal, and next. Any broken glass, we could say, we're going to say action on that one, so we're going to make it red. Again, a comment, click next, and then for this one, I'm going to select NA. This option is also available to you, so if you have an inspection that you're doing, maybe you've modified the machine or you didn't check that, you can also select NA, but you do have to answer each question. So I'm going to hit done and done again. Once I click submit, it's going to bring me over to this screen where I'm going to select my title. So today I'm going to be a supervisor. And I can tap here to sign it. I'm just going to put my initials or your signature, however you'd like, and click submit. So because I am connected to the internet, it's going to automatically get sent to the CAT Inspect web, which I'll show you in just a couple minutes. Again, if you're not connected to the internet, it will save that. There's an autosave function built into this app. So if you notice, as I was going through the entire inspection, I didn't have to click save. So it's saving that information for you. As soon as you get connected to an internet connection, it will send that inspection for you. So just a side note on that one. If you come up here to the top left, that little hamburger menu in the corner, I'm going to show you here the support function. So if you click on support, it's going to take you over to this screen. If you have any questions, of course, please always reach out to the dealership. You can reach out to your digital rep or your sales rep or me, and we will definitely help you. But if you have a question right on the spot, you'd like to send a photo, you can do that as well. So CAT is very responsive. So you can give a description of your issue or whatever it is you're looking at and add a photo. They're really great with troubleshooting any issues that might arise within the app as well. So I'm also going to show you settings. So if you recall, I was mentioning the default email. So if you have somebody at your organization who needs to receive every inspection that's being done in the field or in the shop or wherever it is they're being performed, you can add their emails here. So keep in mind that this person will receive all of the inspections that are being performed and submitted, but you can do so, again, by manual entry or utilizing the address book icon here. You can also add emails by clicking the plus button in the right-hand corner, and you can subtract them as you go along. So if you have somebody who changes positions or leaves the company, you can just click the minus button and it takes it off just like that. Under here in the settings, just to explain a couple of these, the question level signature, I tell people not to use this, but if you want to, you certainly can, especially for the custom forms. But if you toggle this button here, this is going to require you to sign every question that you're asked. So a lot of folks don't like to use that feature, but you can if you want to. So that functionality is there. We also have these save images to photo library. If you click on that, any picture that is taken within CAT Inspect will be saved to your device. So you can access them later, although the inspections are archived for you anyways. And then you also have your 30-second videos that you can enable and your default service meter units. If you wanted to set that, you can. Of course, if your machines are connected, it's already going to pull in that information for you. So I'm going to go back to the home screen, which is just my fleet screen here. And then I'm going to switch over now, change screens. I'm going to show you the web-based application for this. So because it is web-based, you can access CAT Inspect Web from any browser. I do like to use Chrome. It seems to work very well. But all you do is go to the address bar and type in catinspectweb.cat.com, and it's going to prompt you to, again, enter your CWS ID and password. And once you log in, this is the screen, the default screen that you will see. This is the inspection landing page. So this is showing all the inspections that have been either completed or they've been assigned, or even the ones that are in process. You can go into here and download any of these PDFs. You can print them, save them to your desktop, or email them. I'll show you what one looks like. I love using the severity order PDF because what this does is brings all of the reds and the yellows up to the top of the inspection. So if you have a very long inspection and you don't want to flip through all of it to see the reds or the yellows, you know which actionable items you need to look at right when you look at the PDF. So this is what the PDF looks like. It has the name of the inspection at the top here, all of your machine information, the inspector, the signature, whoever was signing off on this one. And again, it's bringing my reds and my yellows to the top, as well as including the pictures. And we see the greens here at the bottom. We'd love to see those greens. So that's what the PDF looks like. You can also search by pretty much anything that you want to. You can come over here. Right now, I just have it on date range, but if I click the down arrow, I would be able to search by serial number. So if I have a very long list of inspections here and multiple pages long and I don't want to flip through all of them, I can enter the machine serial number here. You can even do it by model or inspector name. If you have multiple folks inspecting machines or sites, you can do that as well. I'm going to change this back to date. You can come over here also and look at all inspections. So you can also filter here. If I click completed, these are the ones that have been completed. Go back to all inspections. If I refresh my screen, we'll actually be able to see the inspection that I just performed. Yep, and there it is, the one that we just went through. This little summary column here is just telling you that there was 1 red, 2 yellows, 2 green, and 1 NA on that form that we just did. So it's just giving you an overall summary of what the inspection looks like. You can also come over here and filter however you'd like. This view, this dashboard, if you will, is specific to the user. So if you'd like to change or customize your columns, you can come over to the right-hand side and click on this hamburger menu here, and then click on column options. So once I've done that, I can select whatever I want to see. So the ones that I have highlighted here are showing in my columns. But again, you can change that to whatever you'd like to see. Next one here is the perform inspection. So not only can you perform them mobilely or out in the field, you can also perform them from the desktop if you need to. So you can see here are the assigned inspections that you can search by. You can also create the inspection from here. Again, very consistent across the platforms. It looks just about the same. I'm going to select family, and let's just look at backhoes. It's going to pull in all of the inspection categories associated with backhoes, and I can select which one I'd like to do. And again, click on that, and it will take you through the entire inspection. I'm going to come back over here to assign inspection. So this is where, if you recall back on the app, you saw the assigned category. This is where you can assign some inspections to your guys in the field. So you can enter their information here, the make, model, serial number, all the equipment information, the customer information, and then also once you get to this part, you will assign the person you'd like to do the inspection, and they will see that in their queue when they go to open up their app. So for demonstration purposes, this is not an administrative account. They didn't give me that. But the create form option is here. That's what I was talking about with the custom forms. you can actually go in and either duplicate one that is already out there. So if Caterpillar has one that you really like and you just want to move those questions over and maybe add a couple, you have the option to do that, so you don't have to retype every question. Or you can start from scratch and create your own inspections that'll be completely customized to you and your organization. There's also the QR code function. You can click this and it will take you out to the QR code site where you can create your own QR code and actually put the information in for that machine and all of your organization's information. And when you scan that app with your, when you scan the QR code with the app, it'll pull everything into the form, so you don't have to type it. But that's what that little box is for there. And one other thing I wanted to mention as well, all of this, the Cat Inspect integrates with my.cat.com, VisionLink, and the Cat app. It's all serial number based, so anytime even we as the dealer are doing any inspections, if we're performing your PMs or we're doing any TA1s in the shop, you can still see them. You can have access to that information yourself just by using those online applications.
When it comes to the customizable lists, are we able to add, again, other than Caterpillar equipment, trucks, other items and stuff like that in there that are fleet related?
Yes, sir. So you'd be able to create whatever form that you'd like. The information is pulling from the information that we have here at the dealership for your company. So if you do have other fleet or other machines or trucks even in your fleet, you will be able to see that in the app as well. So if you have like any, let's say John Deere, Komatsu, or anything like that, they will also populate, even if they are not connected with one of our telematics devices.
Okay, that answers my question. Thank you.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me on this if I'm wrong, Afton, can't a user go to my.cat.com and add equipment there if it's not on their list?
Correct. Yes, you can.
Okay.
So you can access that application online and just click Add Asset. So if you're not seeing it pull up in your population, you can add it yourself. We as the dealer cannot add that. They took that function away from us. So that's just exclusive for the customer side. So you guys can manipulate your fleet on that side any way that you want, and you can perform any of these inspections for any type machine.
Next week, we have Shop Talk on parts.cat.com. So that'll be on Wednesday, 9 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. Please, if you have time in your schedule, feel free to join us, and we'll go through the process there of looking up parts and getting parts online. So that's pretty cool stuff. And if you have any more questions after all this is done, maybe you go on there and you're struggling with how to get your own list on there, or you want to know more about how to gain access to the Cat Inspect app, just drop us a line at shoptalkchannel@cartermachinery.com. That's our email address, and it'll go out to us, and we'll make sure your question gets answered. Again, that's shoptalkchannel@cartermachinery.com. Thank you again to Afton. Appreciate you joining us today and coming on board and showing us how to use the Cat Inspect app.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.